Assalamu alaikum, fam. Hope you're doing well. It's a nice cold day today. Was great to just be in the nice cold. And whenever it's cold, I have, lots of time to think, and the cold just makes you reflect, you know? So I was thinking today about how we women have to be different types of stepmothers. There's a lot of cruelty that is promoted towards stepchildren. And I was just thinking about how honorable it would be if we women decided, even if your partner cheats on you, even if, he does something like that, we should treat those little children well. And that we should try to be as kind as possible to the children, no matter who their mother is. And I think if we did that, we could change a lot of trauma that happens to children because of evil stepmothers. Now, I have a bit of a bias. I had pretty awful stepmothers, and I know how it feels to, just not have very good role model around that's not loving, that's not kind. So I was thinking, what if we push ourselves that if you get married to someone who has kids, or you're in a polygamous marriage, or he cheats on you, whatever it is, don't treat those children differently. What if we can channel a better type of existence where we treat children well regardless of who their parents are, and we work on making ourselves not jealous, to not have hatred that way towards innocent children? I was just really reflecting on that because some mothers can be very, very cruel to another woman's child because she loves their father. And we have to be better than that because so many sisters get divorced. They have to trust that their ex-husband's new wife will be kind to her children. And how would we feel if we found out that the stepmother was evil? We wouldn't really like that very much. We would be hurt, frantic. But if we foster a culture of getting over our emotions in that way, not treating the little children bad, I feel like we could cause a huge change in society. I've heard this disgusting line by some people who said, women don't want to share their resources with children that they didn't give birth to. And regardless of if this is true or not, to me, in my mind, I thought, well, the solution to that isn't for us to not marry men who have children. That's not the solution. The solution is to open your heart and to be kind to those children no matter what. And no good deed that you did for a child will be wasted because Allah is swift in accounting. Allah does not punish a good deed. He rewards a good deed. That is His promise. And He doesn't just reward it, one time and that's it. He's very generous, right? So if we know Allah is very generous, and we know that being kind toward children is very noble, we have to work with that. We have to excel. We have to get over our selfishness, narcissism, vanity, greed, miserliness. The sharp-tongued nature towards children is wrong. And we should teach the young girls that they should show kindness towards these children. Because if we neglect to remind people to be kind to children, to be kind to stepchildren, to be kind to neighbors' children, and even children born of adultery, then we do a great disservice. We do something that harms society, makes it worse. So we should start that. That's a lot to ask. I know that even if your man, he cheated on you, he brings you a baby and says, this is the mistress's child. I think you should be kind to that child either way. Even if you divorce him, if that child wants to come around and play with your siblings, you should let that child. You shouldn't neglect that child. You should be kind to the child. Innocence is something that stays there for quite some time. And the child is innocent of the wrath that you have in your heart. The child doesn't deserve that. So if we lead by example, we can make real change. So, God forbid your partner be like that with you, right? But we have to essentially really open our hearts. Bring back being nurturing, not cold, high heels, corporate, very pointy eyebrows, vicious, calculating energy. We can be like Jolly. We can be steadfast and strong and be a shield for the little children while also nurturing them and being kind to them. And if we're going to really do that, we need to be kind to all the children. And if there's a naughty child, we help them. But the worst thing we could do as women as a whole is to see that child, put a stigma upon that child, and then shun the child. No, we should do better. We should do better. We should work hard on having mercy towards those children who were born of affairs, who were born from a previous marriage or a co-wife, all the categories above. We have to work on that. And we have to push ourselves and not make excuses to not do that. What do you think? I think it's time we start talking about this stuff more and more, keeping it in the consciousness, and helping people to reflect on it so that they can check their own selves, right? So if they feel themselves being mean, no, step back and be a better woman to, essentially open your heart, your resources to the children, right? Because more and more women are giving away their kids to nannies, to preschools, like that have extra long hours. You know what I'm trying to say? We're giving our kids up to other people to raise, hoping that they will be as kind as we wish we were. And then all these kids are mixed together, and the teachers are neutral in how they treat the children. But we have to be better than just being neutral. We have to actually be an active, loving, sturdy shoulder for these little ones. Because there's going to be so many children now from broken homes. We have to be there for them. So, if you ever get one of those little babies, little child, who was born in some, not traditional circumstance, still be kind to them and show them lots of love. Let's be better.